Okay, let's take a look at this one. So we're going to integrate x plus quantity x plus 6 times the square root of x minus 2. So when we do this one, might as well pick the harder one with a more complicated quantity. So I'm going to pick x minus 2. I'll say let u equal x minus 2. By the way, it may not be that x minus 2 works out. I just picked it because it was inside the square root, hence it's more complicated. It tends to be that's the case just because of the guy who wrote these notes. So when I take the derivative of this, du dx equals 1, right? The derivative of x is 1. So du equals dx. And that doesn't really help me too much. So when this occurs, we also know that if u equals x minus 2, then if I add 2 to both sides, u plus 2 is x. So how does that help me? Well, if u plus 2 is x, I can substitute, instead of x, I can write it as u. So I'm going to end up getting the integration of u plus 2 plus 6. So this x is now u plus 2. And we said that the square root, inside the square root is just u, and du is dx, so we have du. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. This becomes u plus 8 times u raised to the 1/2 du. And so we distribute here, and we get u to the 3/2 plus 8u to the 1/2 du. And because we have, because we have each of these separate, we can integrate them separately. So we can do the integration of 3/2 du plus the integration of 8u 1/2 du. So when I integrate these, what do I get? Well, this first one's simple. It's just going to be 5/2 over 5/2. And when I integrate the second one, I'm going to have 8u to the 3/2 all over 3/2 plus c. So from here, clean it up. 5/2, since it's in the denominator, is the same thing as 2/5 u to the 5/2. 8 times the reciprocal of 3/2 is 2/3. U to the 3/2 plus c. So this gives me 2/5 u to the 5/2 plus 16/3 u to the 3/2 plus c. And that will give me what? Well, if u is x minus 2, then we get 2/5 x minus 2 to the 5/2 plus 16/3 x minus 2 to the 3/2 plus c. And there we have it. So the big thing here in this question is right here. So if you end up getting this du dx effect, what we can do is rewrite everything in terms of u, and then the problem becomes monumentally easier to digest and get through. And here's our final answer. All right. Hopefully that makes sense, and I will see you guys in the next video. And after looking at this, I did notice one thing. I did the problem in the very beginning saying, I wrote it down wrong. I said x plus 6. In your example, it was x plus 2. But if you say x is 6 instead of 2, the process is the same, and you get your answer. So if you want to redo the one given, the answer in the one given is going to be 2/5 x minus 2 to the 5/2 plus 8/3 x minus 2 to the 3/2 plus c. So It's essentially the same process. I just wrote the problem down originally incorrectly from the very beginning. So just keep that in mind if you want to rework it. All right, see you all next video.